old are you, my love?
I'm 19.
Oh, you're 19. Okay. How old is your fiance?
He's 58.
He's 58. Well, he's a very lucky man. I must tell you that.
Nikki is set to marry 58-year-old Mike, and their wedding is fast approaching. Mike decided to take Nikki to choose a wedding dress, but he couldn't accompany her during the selection process. He promised Nikki that he would buy whatever dress she chose, regardless of the price. On the sales assistant's recommendation, Nikki tried on a beautiful wedding dress. Looking at herself in the mirror, she was so moved, she was on the verge of tears. After 5 years of an online romance, she had finally traveled from the Philippines to the United States to spend the rest of her life with Mike. When the sales assistant learned of the 41-year age gap between them, she stifled a smile and remarked that he was a lucky man. This was because the sales assistant and her grandfather also had a 41-year age difference. The dress cost $2,300. Nikki told Mike the price. She had expected him to pay immediately, but instead he stormed in. He glared at her angrily, leaving Nikki somewhat at a loss. Mike refused to buy the dress, explaining that it would only be worn once, and that for a wedding, even ordinary clothes would suffice as long as they had love. It was the first time the sales assistant had encountered a man like this. She accused Mike of being hypocritical, whilst Nikki watched their argument, standing alone in a wedding dress that would never be hers. She slunk into the changing room, took off the dress, and turned to leave. Back home, Mike opened a website specializing in second-hand wedding dress rentals. He generously told her she could choose whatever she liked. Nikki was moved. She still loved this man. In the end, they chose a dress for $4, even though $4 would barely buy a towel.